Last time I built a fairy tale birdhouse. So now it is time to build the birdhouse number 2. And this task is to make it look like an ancient cottage house. And since it has to match my birdhouse number 1, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use joined compound to imitate those ancient walls which are rough and aged with time. In order for my joint compound to stick well to the clean surfaces of the birdhouse, I'm using this drywall joint tape. What it does, it creates a surface structure, and I don't need to worry that chunks of walls will be falling out later. So joint compound is coming in, creating that beautiful, structured, old-looking wall. Well, it is white right now. What I'm planning to do, I'm planning later to use, since joint compound is not weatherproof for outside, I'm planning to use the primer on it and then protect it with a special bird-safe waterproof sealant. And I'm planning to do 2 levels, 2 coats of joint compound. And since I was thinking that at the beginning, before doing all the research, I was thinking that joint compound would be fine outside. Me, right? I implemented color into the second coat, which was not a necessary thing, but it was fun to play with the colors. I want my house to look like a real, this birdhouse to look like a real old house with doors and windows. And here what I'm doing, I'm putting a second coat of joint compound on, and I'm trying to match the old color of the first birdhouse, which is kind of muddy, muddy brown, green. It was kind of fun to play with all the colors, you know. I think this looks pretty close to the first, the original house. Second coat is going on to make it more durable. Once the paint dries, it looks much lighter. Now is the fun time. I'm going to imitate the looks of the old house. I'm using my old good trick of cake decoration supplies, this bag, and I'm going to pipe out the design of windows and doors. The entrance to the birdhouse would be a window. Underneath it, there would be a door. I don't want the edges of my birdhouse to look very cartoony, kind of. I want to look at realistic, so I'm smoothing all the details. Here we go. No color was needed since I'm using this exterior primer. This exterior primer is good for the birdhouse. It will protect the joint compound, and I would be able to put a waterproofing, bird-safe waterproofing sealant later on. all nice and dry. Now, my job is to do a great imitation of old window panes, the door, the feel of old ancient walls. And for this, I'm choosing my son's acrylic paints. This mix is going to go for windows. The door would be of a darker brown color. And the windows. The base of the windows would be nice and black. Now I am using the dry brush to intentionally age the walls for them to look old. For the roof, as with the previous birdhouse, I'm using the fake grapevine. I finally found out that that is a fake grapevine, and in order to stabilize that roof, I'm using the wire. It is a good idea to use wire in the non-shiny coating. Well, I don't have it, so my wire will be somewhat visible, but judging from the previous project, it's not such a big of an issue. So I'm stabilizing the roof for the bird's feet, not to pull apart all those strands. The structure of this second birdhouse is a little bit awkward, the roof. I'm having a hard time placing the cover for the roof. And in order for the roof to stay put, I have to introduce sticks. I'm going to drill them in. This way the roof is staying in. I'm drilling into the exterior walls. And here is the final touch. I'm doing the windows. Quiet off-white paneling. Here we go. Some sticks. I'm going to implement moss everywhere. It's peel and stick moss, very convenient to use, and surprisingly very sticks to the surface of the wood very well. Now I do worry that my roof, which is a little bit skimpy, maybe later I will introduce more of fake grapevine strands there. So what I'm doing, I'm reinforcing the edges because I don't want the birds again to dislocate those strands. So I'm just going extra wire reinforcement on all the edges. Now the top branches are receiving a little extra protective coat, plus I want to visually hide the screws. They're still visible, but whatever. And here we go, the ancient home covered with moss and old walls and sticks, an old roof. That edge of the roof, I'm going to cover it later with extra wine. Looking pretty good. What I'm going to do, another extra step to make it durable for outside, I'm going to do bird safe waterproofing on the house. This way it will be all ready to be outside and hopefully host some birds. Both houses, I think, they match each other well. This house looks quirky in its own right. Interesting. I have another birdhouse, one more, so I have to invent a different design which would be fitting to the design of these two. And in spring I will be placing these birdhouses outside, and hopefully we will have 3 families of birds. Well, my dear gardeners, happy gardening!